Hey, what's up guys, it's Will with DFS Army, back with another video here on Prize Picks, going over the August 12th Saturday MLB slate, and gonna go start it off with Hitter Fantasy Score. The one that I initially was going to put as the thumbnail was going to be Rafael Devers over 7 fantasy score, but that unfortunately already got removed completely from the board, didn't even get bumped. So gonna give you 2 hitter fantasy score and then a pitcher prop. First one, Paul Goldschmidt over 7, and I'm just going to talk about them together because it's a mini stack here with Nolan Arenado over 7 as well. So initially these guys opened at 7.5, and I thought that there was a chance that we could get that bump down because there's that last 5 feature, and when you take a look, Arenado, not bad, but Goldschmidt, I believe, yeah, has not hit over the 7.5 line, so it had all 5 red bars, and so people are just taking the unders, and the same thing with Rafael Devers actually. So I was waiting, didn't play them because I wanted them to get bumped down first, and certainly they did. And now going to be taking the over because people just should not be box score watching. This is a great matchup for the Cardinals here, taking on the Kansas City Royals, taking on Cole Reagans to be exact, a left-handed pitcher. And the Cardinals, they're a team that they have a ton of righties, so they can definitely hit Reagans pretty well. And the books do like the Cardinals here, so for Goldschmidt and Arenado, this is the hits, runs, and RBIs category. Nolan Arenado, minus 160 on the over. Goldschmidt, minus 165 on the over. Now, Goldschmidt already is slightly better odds than Arenado, and that's pretty important because Goldschmidt, he's not going to steal a ton, but he does, or he has the capability of doing that. And as shown here with Goldschmidt, plus 850 on the stolen base, and Arenado does not have that prop. And then this category with the walks, this is usually the differentiator. Goldschmidt, he's just someone who walks at a higher rate than Arenado, so you're going to see plus 120 here, and Arenado is at plus 175. So Goldschmidt is the better play in my mind, and then the odds also do back that up. Now taking a look at Cole Reagans, he hasn't been terrible this year, as you can see with this Baseball Savant page, but keep in mind he really hasn't thrown a lot of innings, only 24.1 so far, and he wasn't great last year. Now he's not terrible, his numbers are actually fine, but then you take a look at what he's been doing. So he was actually a reliever, and now he's going to be starting the games, and it's not saying that he can't be a good starter, but you're usually asking a whole lot out of a guy to transition from reliever to starter here in the majors. And also, when you look at the matchups, I mean, this one against the Cardinals, they're a good team that can hit. Now, St. Louis, they haven't had the best season, but in terms of the offense, they still do have a ton of good hitters, and the odds also do like this. Cole Reagans with his numbers, yeah, Vegas isn't really backing Reagans here. His numbers, again, they don't look terrible, but when you do look at the game total, or the run total for St. Louis, it is at a 5.5 line with the over at plus 110. You compare this to some of the other lines that we have on the slate. Now, every team is playing. There's even a doubleheader with the Braves and Mets today. It's actually one of the higher totals. There are a few at 5.5. Now, as you can just kind of look through here, Dodgers always going to be up there. D-backs are okay there. And the Astros, of course, also very talented hitting team. So the Red Sox, that's why I did like Devers, but unfortunately it got pulled. So we're going to be rolling with this mini stack of Goldschmidt Arenado, and with baseball, you want to stack, you want to take teammates together. So I do like this one, especially with the bump down to the 7, that we can at least get a push if that is indeed what happens. And then with Reagans, he doesn't really go deep into the game, so with pretty much a 15 pitching outline, 5 innings, the other 4 innings is going to be covered by a very weak Kansas City bullpen, and it is in Kansas City, so that means St. Louis is going to be batting in the top of the 9th, regardless if they're leading or not. So they do get a full 9 innings to bat, and with these two, they should be hitting 2nd and 3rd. So right there are easy to stack together. Now the third play for this video, going to be going to pitcher strikeouts. I considered a few, and I would definitely say that these are all not as strong as Goldschmidt and Arenado. They're not terribly off, but I thought about Heaney over 5, but I'm going to go with Cole Irvin under 5 strikeouts here. So Cole Irvin, he's just not a strikeout pitcher. I don't actually think we've seen him at a 5K line. Now, the matchups that he's been in, and I'm talking about just in his career. So for Cole Irvin, he used to play on the Oakland Athletics, and the A's, they're a very pitcher-friendly ballpark. So some of these numbers, 2021, 2022, his ERA was lower than expected because that's just the benefits of playing in a big stadium like Oakland. You have a lot of foul territory, things like that. So now moving to Baltimore, getting traded there, his K rate is actually slightly higher. Now his ERA is still terrible. He doesn't have great stuff, as you can see with this Savant page again. K rate 28th percentile. Chase rate is actually not bad. He's pretty much like at average, and that whiff rate though, that's what is leading to just not or leading to a low K rate. He doesn't throw fast. Fastball velocity is down, spin, fastball and curve, and the speed's 92 on the fastball. So it's a lot probably has to do with control. Just guys that are not going to be swinging, and he gets a called strike three because he's not going to be striking out a lot of guys from swing and misses. He just doesn't induce whiffs. And this matchup in Seattle, again, it's not a bad matchup at all. This is actually a very solid K matchup for any pitcher that's taking on the Mariners. But the thing is, you have a pitcher who just doesn't K guys. And let me pull up the page here. So the first thing is JP Crawford. He is going to be out for the next, I think, week or so, and they let off Julio Rodriguez, but that of course could change. But I would think they're going to do it again because it is a lefty for today, and that's going to mean Haggerty, Caballero should be in the lineup, and these guys are actually lower K rates now. Very small sample size with plate appearances, but slightly lower K rates compared to JP Crawford. And these K rates, of course, above, all 20 plus 25%, with the exception of Ty France. But the thing, again, it comes down to who the matchup is. Who are they facing? And it's Cole Irvin, who just is not a K pitcher. He's also going to be pitching away. So that's just a little, I don't think you should really put too much weight into it. But if you do look at on the season in terms of home and away, the K rates overall, Seattle at home 25.6%, and then away they are 26.7%, so slightly higher away, and they're playing at home. But that's kind of nitpicking, I feel. So I just like to play because it is Cole Irvin. Don't think he's gonna get 6 because he just doesn't have that type of stuff. And then lastly, taking a look at the odds here on DK. So for some reason it's missing actually, but the last I saw was the over was minus 140. Minus 140 on the over. And then for our props, well, it's actually the best prop in terms of hitting right now on our tool here. So again, over 140 here for DK on the 4.5 line. But when compared to the other books, like FanDuel, not the best book, but at least it's good to see that it's not as juiced over there. And the odds certainly do back it up. I liked it before looking at the odds, so that's another plus. So it's going to be Goldschmidt, Arenado, all over 7 fantasy score, and then Cole Irvin under 5 as the third pick for this video. If you wanted to stack the Cardinals with the first inning prop, they do have it with Cole Regan and Steven Matz, but Matz taking on the Royals, I don't think you can really be confident in the Royals scoring off of Matz in the first inning. Bobby Witt, he potentially could do some damage, but it's Steven Matz, he's a good pitcher, and you're kind of relying on the Cardinals here. Now, it definitely fits the stack because you're already taking the Cardinals, and those two guys should be batting in the first order guaranteed. So it makes sense if you want to stack it, but I just wouldn't touch this whole category, again, because of year fees and fees just not being the good categories to take on Prizepicks. So avoiding that, just going to stick with the hitters and then Cole Irvin. So those are the 3 picks for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Go look on the slate, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.